having that disruptor, having that Tusker who's got his own jump, RPs, they've got enough that can lock down Samael that he needs to be the strongest hero on this field. Either that or Arteezy's shoulders are going to get very, very, very loaded.
Well, this is kind of interesting. With the top rune going to EG, we actually runs all the way across the river to get the bottom rune, and we'll be, of course, be coming back in time with Puppey blocking the wave, but it looked like Secret were not expecting this kind of positioning from EG for the first rune.
It's actually wondering too if EG was wanting to run the Storm Spirit on the safe lane up against the Magnus. Instead, they left Universe down there, hoping Universe will have a far superior lane, get that early level 6. They're already like forcing him out of the lane. Puppey, okay, that's a lot of damage from PPD. That's a hell of a lot of damage from PPD. There's no follow-up to it. But the initial harassment, because how is Misery meant to work this bottom lane? Universe is running double boars.
It's a very difficult lane for Magnus. Of course, when Shockwave gets high enough level, you can just farm with that. But until that point, Beastmaster beats most melee heroes pretty clearly in lane.
Looks like PPD's made his way up to the top lane too. Understanding that pull is happening. He's still got his Arctic Burn on cooldown for the moment. Fear's getting as close as he can to Eternal Envy, and he hasn't actually skilled an ability yet. Now he actually goes for the Sleight of Fist, followed up by the Flame Guard. Wondering if this is the concern, like, I guess what is he really going to be dodging here? Splinter Blast? A little bit. Misery. Wow, he's low. Universe. Okay, with the Shockwave. Oh, Universe dodges it. The attack from the tower won't be enough. At range creep, helping to knock him down to 18 life. The Universe needs to get rid of this damn melee creep. He can't salve until it's gone. Now it's gone, he will salve up. Very close to Secret getting a big advantage on their offlaner.
At the same time, the CS levels in this game are actually fairly low for the time being, but it's of course a result of the way they're challenging the lanes. A lot of emphasis is being put on harassment in the bottom lane from Universe, and the top lane Arteezy. Challenging Eternal Envy. Until Envy hits 6, Juggernaut is actually a really strong lane hero in lane against the Ember Spirit. Of course, you can break out of chains with your spin, you can destroy the Flame Guard pretty easily with that too, and they have Fear up there, who's a great laning hero, so... Again, EG are trying this early game to put as much pressure on Ember as possible. In the last game, they got lane dodged. This time around, Secret are not doing that. And as a result, Envy is just not getting the same amount of farm as he would like.
It's going to really slow down that progression of his items. And Samael, got to keep the eyes on the Radiant cams too, to see when they get stacked up and he's just able to flash farm up. Because that's what's going to allow him to just leap over that small little gap to get to that Orchid. Weeha, already going to trigger his win run, feeling Samael's aggression is about to arrive. Universe also having a great time on bottom lane. Misery to do a little bit of a loop. He did pick up a bounty rune, but Universe is actually winning on the experience gain as far as this lane goes. He's managed to push Misery out just far enough, and now Misery's got the bottle, so that control won't survive much longer. But being 15-4 CS up against the 7 CS of Misery, and that's just a melee versus melee. One-on-one.
When Misery gets level 5, this will...
Yeah, that's when he's farmed out.
Well, it won't even out. Universe will stay ahead the whole time, most likely, but he won't be gaining more. It will just plateau here.
I'm wondering if it's worthwhile for EG to just get a TP up on PPD. Maybe that's going to be a better option for them, because actually he's already got one. So he just TPs himself down the bottom lane to open up onto Misery. Skew is the only way it's going to get away. But if Universe can get to that Raw, so look for that time around the level 6. Chip Misery down, get to Raw, have your axes ready, and just burn and Splinter Blast him out.
Yep, they could very easily get a kill that way. They could also TP Samael for it, just with Ball Lightning. Very easy kill with Aurora. They could, technically almost any hero, actually any hero on EG should be able to get that kill if they do it. But PPD, as you said, has his TP ready, and I think it's more for defensive purposes than aggressive ones. Of course, he is the best hero to TP in, can TP in and skill Cold Embrace and save the target. So far, a pretty quiet game. That EG are very clearly winning on CS. They're actually 1,000 gold ahead from last hits only at minute 4. Now 1,500 already, even.
Yeah, it just keeps increasing. Especially when Arteezy is able to do this. Like, you drag the Dire Creep Wave down, but you're using it to farm up what was a double stack. So it's easy money coming your way. Samael, taking a little bit of harassment as Pylai die. He was waiting there for almost like a minute, maybe 2, to initiate in with the help of Weeha. But there's so much time being wasted for the Tusker. Bane's remaining in lane in the meantime, and because they also farmed up these stacks, the Wyvern and Bane they're actually getting some decent levels at the moment.
Yep. Level 3 on Fear. PPD as well. Closing in on that.
It's roughly that time, man.
And I'm just looking at Secret right now, and I'm thinking, what can they actually do to stop this lane dominance from EG? They're very limited. Disruptor support level 2 doesn't really do much. Tusk is level 2. They can't really find kills against this much stronger early game support duo that EG have. They can't gank mid because Sumail is just going to ball lightning away. Even if there's Glimpse at solo level, that he'll be fine. And Universe is perhaps the one lane they can gank, but it's not really that good value for what they get.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, Universe is still going to be looking to a gank himself. Like, he's got that Raw available. But this is also a great time for Team Secret. Actually, no, it's not. That ward's going to expire in 17 seconds. Fear looking to start the initiation. It could be Puppey, but the Searing Chains from Eternal Envy stops Fear from getting the Nightmare. That was the goal. Nightmare into a level 2 spin. Puppey was still... Actually, he wouldn't have anything to stop the damage.
I think Fear has misskilled, hasn't he? Is that... I'm trying to find a good reason to put 2 points in Nightmare instead of Brain Sap, and Brain Sap just scales incredibly well. It's such a good spell. And Nightmare actually scales really bad. It gives a little bit of cast range.
Yeah, that's the only advantage I can think of for there. Like, actually, because Secrets, they're probably not going to be... Like, it's only 50 range, though. Like, if it was maybe like 100, 150,
yeah,
it could catch Secret by surprise, but 50 range is not really enough. Pilot Eye is now waiting on bottom lane. Sitting down here with the Magnus. Universe actually giving a little bit of space. TP back to pick up his new items.
And this one thing I actually do want to talk a bit about in this, as far as Storm Spirit's nerfs, one of the nerfs that hit him the hardest was that Static Remnant went from costing 70, 80, 90, 100 to 100 on all levels. So it removed a lot of his laning prowess, where he would just push out the lane and actually dominate a lot of matchups. Still, Sumail is even with Weeha in this mid lane, and that's even without farming stacks. So he's getting through that part of the game where the hero got nerfed pretty well here. Of course, the other part is his ultimate being more expensive than it used to. And that's the one that lasts the entire game as a major problem.
This mid lane's so fun to watch. Even with Fear just passing through, he gets scouted out by the observer wards that are sitting in the lane. So Weeha sees Fear. Sumail understands he can't go for the kill, so that's why the power shot didn't launch before. But Pilot Die, the Nightmare, prepares. Surprising the Team Secret didn't flag this one, but Universe follows up for the Roar, and Sumail. The first rotation comes in, but it's the Brain Sap from Fear that ensures the kill, and EG claim first blood. TZ, no, he's not going to get more.
And Secret aren't able to take any advantage of this just because of the nature of their support duo, as I mentioned before. They have to go and find levels before they can really accomplish anything. And that should mean with this rotation from EG, they're probably able to stack.
Eternal Envy.
He was not ready for that one.
No, he was not. He wasn't expecting the attack. Probably thought, well, Arteezy had the Mango anyway. That's what allowed him to go directly in for the Omni Slash, because he committed spin too much before. But with the phase boots, Arteezy can just close the distance so quickly, and there was no defensive spirit available for the Ember because he only just hit level 6. This is a fantastic start for EG. Their offlane's working perfectly. The first rotation of your mid ensures a kill. Your Beastmaster's first Roar also results in a kill. And you're getting everything you're really searching for out of all your lanes. Now a 2.5k net worth advantage.
And it's not scary for EG to go late game this game. They have better solutions to the Ember than they did last time. And in addition to that, they're shutting down the Ember better. The Magnus being played by Misery in the offlane has of course got a lot of levels, so that will mean the Empower will come up fairly early.
Fear might be dead right now. It's a smoke move from Misery. The double damage is going to wear off, and Fear, okay, well... He definitely sees Misery. It's not 100% certain what he does with Misery. Also in middle lane Universe. Okay, this should be a good kill. Weeha, simple roll. The win run's already gone, but Sumail just preps the Remnant. They'll back up as Misery does TP himself in. Sumail still with one more ball lightning away. Gets back at range of the T1 tower, but Eternal Envy, he's attacking in Fear. He's got a Nightmare over on the Magnus. Got the Glimpse pulling Sumail backwards, but actually brings him in range to attack onto Eternal Envy. But Splinter Blast also doing a little bit of chip damage. Just Misery. He's got Skewer to get himself away from the Shackle Wall. Latch on PPD. And there's no follow-up more from EG, but you got a kill of an Ember Spirit. Team Secret rotated almost their entire team to that mid lane to get a kill, and they get nothing. In fact, they lose the Ember.
Wow. And Pilot Eye stayed bottom. He needs to stay here to get levels instead of rotating in, so I think this is the right call from them. Just get the level 6 up on this Tusk He also protected the tower from potentially taking a lot of damage here from Arteezy. But yeah, you're right. This is a very good early game for EG. They've got a 3,000 gold advantage right now. Envy dying twice this time around. That was his total amount of deaths in the last game that he already has now. And EG will be looking to take really good map control. That's the Beastmaster's big advantage together with Storm. This is not a new combination. The surprising thing about this is not that EG picked these heroes together, it's that they picked the Storm at all.
Yep.
Storm's Beastmaster has been one of their absolute best strategies that they've used in the past, and if they get off to a good early game, it's very scary playing against, is the best way to put it. Going out on lanes when those heroes are missing, you always feel under pressure, even if you aren't.
But this also shows just how dynamic a game of DotA can be. You play heroes you're really comfortable with. You don't have to stick to the meta. Yeah, Storm Spirit might have been shut down, but if you feel like he's still going to work, if you can make him work, you just pick it, you go it, and you get the success. But EG are having this in multiple lanes. It's not just the Storm. Like Storm's rotation bottom lane, that kill was going to happen if he was there or not. This is just EG with really solid lanes. And Secret, well, it was the same kind of story at the beginning of game number 1 where they were behind and you're asking yourself the question, how do you get back? And the answer then was to create space. But how does Secret do that?
The fundamental difference for me this time is even, let's say we get into the same situation again and we have a Rapier Ember Spirit. The carry and the mid lane in the last game from EG were way worse in terms of mobility and catching. Sumail can, in this game with a BKB build, ignore the Disruptor. He just needs to not get caught by an RP. When he's in BKB, also doesn't care about Shackle Shot. So he can always just search for that backline kill on Envy as long as there's a Hawk there. And Envy, as a result, will not be able to go for this full Glass Cannon build with that threat on him. You will be soloed up by Storm 40 minutes in if Storm has good farm.
Team Secret just dodged the smoke gank of EG. The idea was Nightmare directly into Omni Slash, which would ensure a kill on whoever they found. But Team Secret now, they want to attack. They smoke up and they're looking towards Sumail. There's nothing to shackle to. Now there is, because he moved to race the tree line, but really that won't latch. Sumail, he can jump himself back out. These shards to Pandai is throwing down. In fact, Fear will be glimpsed away. The Nightmare already going on Weeha. Puppey will steal it for himself. And Sumail doesn't want to engage. Doesn't have the mana to do so. And Arteezy, Mango, Trigger, he's waiting for Weeha's, oh, actually, that may not even be needed. He just goes directly for the Blade Fury. There's not enough mana to go for the Omni Slash, but in comes Sumail, very deep misery! He tried to go for the RP, they'll still get the shackle off, and Sumail with the one charge, he's got one more jump in him, but they'll go for the curse on Misery as well as Puppey. Sumail, you're too low! With Eternal Envy coming in, he gets a big kill his way. Good money arriving for Team Secret, and maybe they can get more. The Spirit jump forward, back, Eternal Envy, Searing changes up. He'll lock Fear in position. The Nightmare timing a little off. The power shot from Weeha, ensuring the kill, and Team Secret will take 2 lives off EG as they come a little bit too deep under the tier 1 tower.
And this is something that Sumail has been known for quite a while. He is this explosive, high-risk, high-reward kind of player. He missed the ball lightning, he took a chance, thought he could maybe hit, didn't, used his entire mana pool on a kill he didn't get, and then ultimately Secret to turn around. And I would say in this situation, even if he does get the kill, is it really worth it? Trading your life for a Wind Ranger, because he has no escape plan there. There's not enough mana. He doesn't have a Soul Ring in his build to reset and get out. And maybe, who knows, maybe not too comfortable with the changes, the extra mana cost.
That's an aggressive move. And Storm Spirit, they get the Vortex. Puppey will end up going down. He just tried to bail out of there, walking behind the towers. All he had was a sentry ward, and in fact, now you actually see PP, like he's throwing down the sentry, looking for the obs that he believes was planted by Team Secret. And all he's going to end up finding is one sentry ward of Team Secret next to the Ancients, that's all. He might have a big question mark, why was Puppey there? Hello, Shackle.
Shackle shot.
That one will latch PPD. Weeha, he's still got power shot available. And if he just times this even slightly right, PPD, yep. Very simple kill for Weeha. And much needed. This will bring him back on track to get that Aghanim Scepter.
And what's the status on the other heroes? Envy is still behind, but he's starting to catch up now as a result of course, that last fight. He got a kill and an assist. Now they have Empower starting to be leveled up, so we're going to see a similar situation to the last game in that. And now the challenge for EG is finding him. Find him with Sumail, find him with the Beastmaster. They're going to wait until Sumail has his Orchid, which is still a little bit away here. Probably going to see it around minute, I'm guessing, 18, 19.
That'd be a good rough guess.
And then I'm curious what Arteezy does. It looks like he's going for a Battle Fury first, but his item build in this game is crucial as well. This is a hero who can afford to go Blink Abyssal and actually just jump onto and kill the Ember, or do something similar to the Wind Ranger or the Magnus. Some really key kills are available for him in this game.
Interesting choice of items too with the way he starts, because he leveled up the healing ward, so he goes directly into the damage healing items, picking up that broadsword of his. Lets him deal a lot more when Secret look to fight. She prep and observe ward too, so Arteezy. Oh, Misery is really uncertain about this. Until he has the Blink Dagger, Team Secret really aren't ready to fight. Pilot, I also can't save him, because catching up to wherever the Magnus is going to be a difficult task for him. So it's not just like blink into Snowball and then you end up cancelling Fiend Scream. But that's the one thing which Secret will really love to do, actually take out the control that is Fear. But you need to get farm on your supports, and who do you even prioritize? Like, I assume the answer is going to be it's Pile I Die. And Puppey sacrifices himself in this game, because you still need to have the Tuskar Blink Dagger. But don't you also want big items over on the Disruptor? Because if this BKB comes up for the Storm Spirit, you're going to need that Aghanims upgrade.
It's way too unreliable. The chance that you land a Static Storm with Aghanims against the Storm BKB means you have to get the jump in the first place. So if Puppey just starts walking in like, hey Samel, just stand where you are for 2 seconds so I can actually catch up to you and then drop Static Storm, it's not going to happen.
It's the RP follow-up. That's the only way he would be able to do that.
Yeah, and then in the first place you need to either land an RP or a Shackle Shot, and then maybe you could kill him anyway. I think you do get the item on the Tusk. I'm thinking Guardian Greaves might be an option here. He is just so far away that maybe that's too unrealistic for him to aim for something like that, and maybe you just go Naked Blink. I don't know, it's...
Well, who else will go for it? It's definitely not going to be Weeha. He needs damage, and it definitely won't be Envy. So if it's not him, maybe Misery could actually be building into that after he gets his Blink Dagger. But you also want to have the 4-staff on him. EG coming for the aggression. Now they get the roar over on Misery. Arteezy, well, he can't spin. They get the Static Storm off, so he can't go for the oldie, but Misery already down Samel on the front lines. The RP, he attempted it, but the curse, it locks Eternal Envy and Puppey together, and maybe they have enough. Samel, no more jump mana to go. Universe also can't keep up with Arteezy. Omni Flash off cooldown. That was a quick kill, taking out Puppey. The Shackle will not be able to latch from Weeha, so no revenge here from Team Secret. Even if it did, there was no follow-up for Team Secret.
EG at the same time are not able to convert this into a tower, I think. TP already coming in to start defending the mid lane here from Envy. And if there's one thing EG want to do in this game, it's take the top tier one and take the mid tier one so they can enable their Beastmaster and their Storm Spirits to start taking over the map. I'm imagining we'll see a gem come out sometime soon as well, maybe after the Necro 3 on the Beast, just remove all map control from Secret, so they're similar to game number 1, just playing in the dark.
Not even sure how Secret approached that then. Like, you're playing in the dark, the Juggernaut's going to outfarm the Ember Spirit, because Ember Spirit, like Eternal Envy, is actually taking a stack inside the Radiant jungle at the moment, so he's found himself some good cash, but he went for the same build as game 1. It's into the BTs, it's to dodge and evade EG, it's around that same 18 to 20 minute mark, back off that top tower, understand that EG will be coming for it soon. And then just pressure the bottom tier 1 tower, so you get the trade-off. He could even creep skip at this point. He's just a little cautious about what EG's got to offer.
I agree 100% with Envy not going for a combat build in this game. He could have gone for the classic build that we most of the time see a player like Aggressive get with treads and drums. But they won't be winning the fights against EG anyway. They have to dodge them for a very long time and just try their best to split push and farm. And then whenever they can, they might try to sneak a Roshan when Wind Ranger gets her Aghanim Scepter.
They do have the one upside, that Blink Dagger is up for the Magnus. So maybe it's time for Misery to combine with someone else. Just get a quick pick and then move on to not even looking for a team fight, just one hero to grab before you start losing map control to the Beastmaster.
Now would be the time. Samel with the Orchid. Got it, I think 1840, so pretty good timing with, of course, his build-up with treads and 1 death. Looking good on the farm as well. It's a 5,000 lead for EG right now. And that's without taking towers, right? This is raw farm. Most of the time when teams have a lead like this at this point, maybe they're hit by a tower, maybe two, maybe they've taken Roshan once as well, 20 minutes in. Just getting 5,000 extra gold out of creeps is a really major advantage. And that means should EG take any good fight and get 1 or 2 towers, it's suddenly a 10k lead from that one play. So a lot of pressure on Secret to perform right now. I agree Misery is the player to look out for.
Yeah, they come.
Maybe also
This would be big. If they can get Arteezy, that'll be the biggest thing they could grab. But where EG are pushing, they've always got the Hawk. The Hawks are rotating over. Obviously, the smoke will make it impossible for the Beastmaster to know they're coming. But they ran in the bottom lane and PPD just disappeared off the map. They start around the nighttime cycle too. So an aggressive Observer Ward will scout out the fact that Fear is right there. But if Misery blinks to RP onto Fear, Universe will instantly counter-roar him. And in fact, now Misery, the smoke is broken, the Hawk scouts him out, and Secret are unsuccessful. In fact, Sumail with the Orc is already jumping on Pylai. The RP! Misery!
Whoa, what?
All he got was Creep Wave! I don't know, but Team Secret, that's not the play.
All right, so I think I know what the idea there was from Puppey. So Misery whipping the RP is like, okay, I messed up, I was a little bit off. And then Puppey tries to glimpse him back into the Static Storm, but it's not been that many seconds yet. And he had to go for the play right away because Storm was getting out of the Static Storm. This is so costly for Secret though.
This is so smart from EG. They understand with no RP, with no Static Storm, the Roche Pit doesn't look as risky anymore. Eternal Envy will get the Syrian Chains on the Beastmaster, who blinked out to try and get the Raw. And EG are using this similarly as bait because they want Team Secret to come into the river to fight. Because they weren't losing any life to Roshan. If Team Secret didn't contest them, they grab Roshan. If they do, then yeah. Then EG win the fight.
Of course, this Wind Ranger with double damage and
Storm, long jump up top lane, Eternal Envy, Sumail. Okay, there's no mana for this. He went for the early Orchid. Now Eternal Envy wants to have a crack back. Sumail, he might stand his ground. He has no friends coming just yet. The TPs have started. And Sumail, while Pylai is in there with a shockwave, very over-aggressive.
And I said it earlier, I'm wondering if it's the case again, if Sumail just isn't fully accustomed to the changes to Storm. Like, a really confident team and a world-class team like EG, they might have just decided, okay, Storm is not a pick right now, it's kind of out of the meta, you don't practice it so much, you focus on other heroes, and then they're like, okay, Storm is the best hero right now, Sumail, are you still up to the challenge? And he says, yes, I've played this hero 1,000 times, so of course I know. If you haven't played it enough, you need to play this hero so many times to get the real feel of how far you can jump. And it's been 2 moments now where Sumail overcommits and runs out of mana. He seems to almost, like, it seems to surprise him almost how little he has in the tank when he arrives at his location.
Yeah, the old days. Hello, Raw. And with Fiend's Grip as well, the Necro units, they're going to burn through Weeha so quickly. He has no answer to that, so EG get a very quick rebuttal kill. At the same time, because of that kill, Weeha not being on the map, the tier 1 tower is going to be attacked pretty heavily. They've used their fortification once, they can have it back off cooldown because Arteezy is finishing the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. It's a full trade-off though. You're looking at a 2 tier 1 tower trade-off for a 1 tier 1 tower with the death of the Wind Ranger on top.
Very good play here from EG. Continuing to maintain map control. This should be about 1,000. I'm guessing the 6,000-7,000 gold lead once this updates after these 2 towers, and it's going to get harder and harder now for Secret. The good news is Eternal Envy has managed to somewhat catch up. He's not falling too far behind on farm.
The downside is he's losing his map control.
Yep, that is a very big downside.
Here they come. Misery RP is available, but he used his blink to get away. Arteezy taking a little bit of damage from the shards, and now Eternal Envy jumps in, goes for the Slider Fist. Already Arteezy spinning himself out to safety. Omni Slash is available on Puppey. He's going to be looking for the glimpse. Misery will give him the vision, but Arteezy actually goes into the tree line. Poucher as well. They're trying to get it, and there it is. The glimpse back. Puppey, ulti, the Shackle will latch instead. Team Secret very efficient with their abilities. They bring down the Juggernaut. No buyback available, and maybe now with Team Secret, with that Aghanim's up and with the buffs coming from the Magnus, they can try and go for Roshan.
We'll of course be able to send in a Hawk to try to get some sort of information, but with Arteezy out in the sidelines, it is pretty tricky here. Shackle shot? Nope, not yet.
This is now Team Secret playing the game EG were playing previously. It's the bait to fight, the curse, catching out Weeha. Storm Spirit keeping Puppey out this fight by going for the Orchid and the RP. Misery at least gets a little bit of control, but it's not going to be enough. The Storm is down, but Puppey will die Fear. He'll eventually also fall, but Sumail, he can't get out of the Storm. It's a double kill for Eternal Envy. Does he have anything more to give? The Spinner Blast doesn't kill him off. In fact, PPD, the shards will lock him in. The snowball forward, Eternal Envy, refreshed after having a beverage back at the well. He'll come in for the kill on Universe 2. Ticking low, and there it is. A triple kill arriving for the Ember. That's enough money to finish up the Battle Fury and toast his teammates.
Man, it's so important that Envy gets those kills. If it wasn't for the fact that Envy got 3 kills there, let's just say the kill exchange is what it is and a couple of them go to the supports of Secret, it might have been worth it for EG just to prevent the Roshan. But with Envy getting this much, probably not the best trade in the world. And they got to be so careful with getting caught out like that again, especially so close to the Roche pit that EG, or Secret rather, can immediately put on the pressure.
Fear, middle lane, looking for the grip, no! Envy jumped out to the Spirit. He came under the cover of Glimmer, so Fear played that beautifully. He TP'd in to the tower, in the tree line, away from the vision of Team Secret. Glimmer capes himself up and then tries to make a run for Envy. I don't know if Envy caught a glimpse of the Glimmer, because he was right on top of that dire observer ward as well.
Could have. Or just
sometimes very lucky.
Sometimes you just read the game perfectly. And get out in the last second. Now this Magnus with the Yule Scepter, interesting pickup on that hero that we don't see so often. He can remove the, oh, he can actually remove the Orchid,
Secret?
Mainly.
Okay, the Hawks didn't get killed off. They blink, they roll forward, going after Wind Ranger Puppey, splitting a space, creating ulti as well as wall up. Those Necro units were still triggered, and Team Secret, I'm not 100% certain they want to fight. The Observer ward, freshly planted by EG. Away from the Obs and Sentries of Team Secret, so it should be able to remain up in that lane for a while.
Sumail sitting on a region, they would love to use this right now to take a fight. So they effectively trade off Roar and Chronomicon for the Static Storm. I don't think that's a good enough trade for EG to try to get away with this.
They're trying it anyway. That regen has been triggered, and Sumail looking for the jump. They jump up. He's the man that's going to be orchided up by Sumail. Can they finish the job? Roshan still at 4.5k. Arteezy has not joined the fight now as PPD. He can at least cold embrace himself up, slows down Secret's attack, but they still kill him nonetheless. And Roshan sitting at 1/3 of his life. Sumail doesn't have the mana to jump back in again. Envy missing on the Syrian chains because of the board timing. And Fear turns under the Glimmer Cape that Secret back into the pip. The Observer and Sentries are down for EG. They fully understand what's going on, but they're not really in a position they could do anything about this. Storm, like Sumail's jump may be the only thing that can steal this Roshan, but he's down, it's too risky. They do find at least one. Sumail jumps in. And Omni Slash, Puppey will die pretty quickly. Arteezy for the spin, Pylai die, Orchid, Sumail came from behind, and now they can move over to Weeha, but Windrun's making it difficult, not to mention the damage. Sumail's already down for the count. Arteezy wants to finish the jump on the Magnus with the spin, and the follow by B, the feed's grip! Misery is controlled by Fear, so they get the chain off. The Nightmare's keeping Envy out this fight for now, but PPD back to the fight. He's got Curse available with the axe from Universe. They're ticking Weeha down low, but not low enough. Universe jumps forward with the Necro units, but Weeha gets the shackle. The Aegis will still pop. The Necro units do their work at Envy, feeling like he needs to protect his teammate, but with that Nightmare from Fear, Envy is locked. The Curse keeps the Wind Ranger in position to try and burn out his mana. PPD needs more space. Goes to Splinter Blast damage, Cold Embrace. The Power Shot will still have the damage impact there, and PPD glimmered by Fear to save him in the pit. Fear trying to sacrifice himself, but they'll end up losing both of them. So Team Secret.
What an incredible team fight that was from everyone. The fact that EG even tried to go for that and get such a good initial exchange is exceptionally good, and then Weeha just delivering 3 consecutive massive shackle shots that end up costing him his Aegis, so I don't think EG are too unhappy about this exchange. It will allow them to start trying for the map control once again. They need to get this top tier 1 tower.
They really do.
And Sumail, again, in the fight around the fight that happened before at the Roche pit, where he jumped top right of the Roche pit onto the Wind Ranger, that is not your target. Like, you're not killing a Wind Ranger with 1500 health jumping way ahead of your entire team.
I was about to ask you about that, because it's not just once. He's done it multiple times looking for, just to keep Weeha out. Like, you're not going to find the kill on that, and it's almost like allowing Puppey to do everything he wants to do. Puppey's positioning is making it very difficult for Sumail to see him. So Sumail goes to whatever target he really gets a glimpse of, but... The Orchid not finding kills. It's kind of like the big tail out of that. EG will now finally take out the tier 1 tower. At least it's not the old classic, oh well, we lost Roshan to take out the tier 1 tower. Instead, Secret preparing themselves for a fight. Observer wards down the fortification. slowing this as Eternal Levy moves to front line. Universe actually all the way through the back. He's found Puppey. They go initially for the Raw, and Clement looks for the kill with a snowball. Save is there, the RP! Wafted again from Misery with a jump back out. Puppey will end up dying to the ball, and the Omni Slash. How much work can it do? A lot. Tuskars down, but there's your curse. Misery, Envy can't finish the mail. A triple kill for Arteezy, cleaving through them all. Team Secret lose everything but Weeha. The tier 1 tower is down, and EG, they can just push and take the tier 2 on top of this.
Such a huge positional play from Universe, realizing that he can try to go for this play. Finding the disruptor, he had the chance to, he could have blinked in and roared Envy, but he decides, okay, if I can't take out the disruptor on my own, it's a better choice. He forces a defensive snowball. They have to commit so many abilities to just try to save Puppey, and then clutch dodge from Sumail on that RP, and it's really important for him to start getting some momentum in the game and feeling like he's not completely out of it.
And this is just, with abilities like that missing from Team Secret, it's going to be even harder with this BKB being completed for Arteezy. So now they've got even less control. Damage from Weeha can't be inflicted. He's just lucky to get away with his life, and we get ourselves a pause, a moment to think. As you're just seeing a sharp change in that graph. It was coming back the way of Secret. And it just swings back up again, but EG, what a timing. Now there's only 2 remaining outer towers for Team Secret on the field. And once they start losing this, they're going to start losing control over Roshan. And they're going to start losing control of the farming areas of Eternal Envy. Normally he's really good at slipping between the lines and finding that farm.
Misery does not look too content right now. He knows he's
missed 3 RPs.
He knows he's making some key mistakes here, but it's not all on him. It's also just EG making some really good plays and some good dodges and tricking them a bit. But yeah, you're never satisfied as a player playing a teamfight hero like this and missing. You know there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. It feels like he's not delivering. I think it's half him misplaying and half EG playing well. So. It's very important, and this is one of those moments where you need your teammates to pull you back up and be like, okay, you messed up, it's all right, we're still in the game, we're still looking fine, because if he lets it get to himself too much, he's going to keep missing them, and he needs to have this feeling that he can definitely get back into shape in the game.
Yeah, just put it out of your mind. He's got enough experience, he can do that. We'll unpause and get back into our game. So, luckily, no long delay. It's been a very smooth tournament so far, and these players want to keep it that way, keep their mind and their focus in this game. And Arteezy, they're chasing him down. Weeha would love to get a good shackle, but Arteezy keeping himself away from the trees, ignoring HY. And Weeha just can't find the opening. He doesn't have that Force Staff as well, no Blink Dagger Force Staff, so closing the distance is a lot more difficult for him. But he's got no choice because he needs the damage output.
And this is the perfect itemization from EG, I think. The one thing you could potentially criticize is Sumail not going for the Soul Ring before the Orchid. He got it after, and then he goes BKB, and Arteezy getting BKB. That item ruins Secret's strategy until Envy deals so much damage that he can just kill them through it. It's very difficult for Wind Ragers to focus fire down these key targets when they have so much escape potential. The Stormspear can just jump away. The Juggernaut can turn it into an Omni Slash and just turn the fight around very easily. And on top of all of that, they still have the Cold Embrace that we shouldn't forget. So the tools are definitely there.
Team Secret's coming. PPD has positioned himself like this so they can break the smoke. They know where he is, and PPD, the Yule Scepter up, and Misery already down to Malcolm, straight over the top with Arteezy's BKB Omni Slash. They wipe out almost 3 heroes. Tusker was the one that survives a little bit longer, thanks to Snowballer with a Fiend's Grip. They take out Weeha as well, giving Sumail a triple kill. EG actually saw this previously. They didn't see the smoke itself, but because of their observer warding positions on the bottom lane and just around Roshan, Leonis' Secret went in and they never came back out again. Initially, Fear positioned himself to break the smoke, didn't happen, and now, well, Eternal Envy, he tries to make space, but now, barely surviving. He's down to the river, and he'll get himself out.
I was about to say, now we've reached that point when Storm can solo the Ember, but barely getting out Envy. But still, it's going to be a loss of a lane of barracks here. Secret without key buybacks on any of their heroes.
And
EG getting it.
That glimpse. It's bringing Universe back, but he's still got Blink Dagger, and Pylai Die won't be able to catch him. The shards will fly, but Universe, a glimmer BT away. Misery, blind skew as the Sentry Ward now comes down, but they'll end up catching Universe. He's going to make it work for him. In fact, Raw, Puppey may even die. The RP pulls him back. That's a huge force, but you don't have a Beastmaster for 66 seconds unless he wants to buy back. But you've already taken what you came for. You took that mid tower and the melee racks.
Yeah, that's some sick value there out of EG. Being able to force the RP should actually even allow them to maybe keep the pressure up if they want. You know, there is the potential play here of buying back the Beastmaster and boots traveling to a lane and just trying to take a secondary lane of racks, but it's still, they still respect their opponents too much to do that. Although they would have all of their ultimate abilities available apart from the Primal Roar, that is not their decision. Rather, play it safe, wait it out. No Roshan is available yet anyway. They have the timer under control, and instead they do sacrifice a tier 1 for a lane of barracks, essentially, and a couple of good kills.
Their melee's a tier 2 as well, if they're not careful. Because that win range can push pretty quickly, and EG are in no position to fight. Like Arteezy might TP, and now he sees a double stack in the dire jungle. He's very happy to farm this. Yeah, when you show the graph like that, 12,000 net worth advantage, they repaired a 3.5 to 4k deficit of experience to bring it up to about 8.5, 9k. EG doesn't want to lose anything. Arteezy, well, you can't TP onto a tower.
That kind of sucks when you've already used your blade.
Yep, but he's just going to go for the mid-range racks.
He doesn't even need to.
It's going down to the creep wave. So yeah, maybe he could have inflicted damage to the tier 3 tower for Team Secret to fall back faster. But he already used his Blade Fury. That's why he couldn't trigger it.
Still could have used a BKB, but
yeah,
he had nothing to stay for. He just...
Oh, they're coming. They're coming in force. Team Secret. Highlight Die, he's got no maneuverability items. Like, he's got a Glimmer Cape. The BT's coming onto the creep wave. That's Eternal Envy. And he's going to blink himself forward, get Searing Chains, the Dire Observer Ward. Team Secret know there's no other help to help out the Juggernaut. So the Yule Scepter to start with from Misery. There's your RP. But catches Arteezy in the middle of a spin. They've still got the damage from Weeha. And with a Walrus Punch, they ensure the kill. And Arteezy will end up in the grave.
He thought he could get away with a little bit. I also thought he was going to get away with that. It didn't look too risky, but Secret with the good chasing potential here. Of course, the Eternal Envy Emperor catching up with that slide chains, setting him up for success.
That's a really good kill for him too. That's 612 gold coming the way of the Ember Spirit. So with already a Blink Dagger, the BTs, and the Battle Fury, these damage-dealing items are starting to arrive for Envy.
I think we'll see something else this game, though.
You think we'll actually go more for like the Skadi, the safer build?
To get a defensive item. I think Linken's might be the best choice just because it disallows Storm from using both Electric Vortex and the Orchid on him. So he has to waste one of those abilities, and then in turn he can split push way more. Also keeps him safe from the Beastmaster Roar, so Beastmaster can't solo him out on the map. There's a lot of value to that item in this game, but perhaps he feels forced into a damage item anyway. Going for a defensive item will keep EG in map control and maybe just allow them to finish off the game before he starts getting those damage items.
Speaking of defensive items, how the hell does Fear afford a BKB?
That is a very good... Wait, why does he have a BKB?
Because now no one can stop him from being awesome.
He has 56 CS. This is actually... He's very rich.
Yeah, he is.
It is one of the boons of playing on team with PPD is that you don't have to buy wards ever. So... Of course, Fear is getting a lot, but just looking at his kills, it's the lane of barracks, right? They've taken barracks, they've taken a tier 3. There's a lot of global gold, but still, even with all that, I wasn't expecting a BKB at this timing for Fear.
That actually pushes Team Secret into a rough decision, because how do you stop this now? You're not going to commit an RP to cancel off a Fiend script. You've kind of always got to do it with Pylai Die, snowballing the Fiend script target. That's the only other way around it, but you're having that much trouble killing off a Bane. Then you add the Cold Embrace factor from PPD with the Curse Control. EG can just lock down Team Secret and let Universe go to work. I'm wondering why if like Eternal Envy getting a BKB is the better choice to get away from something like the Necro Book Burn too. So he's not just caught with no mana on the front lines. Can even kill it off because no one else in his team can kill this without taking a quite considerable amount of damage. Now Blink, Raw, Pylai Die, Omnislash straight after. Puppey can't even lock Arteezy in his ultimate misery, getting Fiend script up, so he'll be taken out of the fight as well. And it's for the loss of the Beastmaster. A 2-for-1 trade-off.
And Sumail is looking good on items now. He needed to warm up, it seemed, on this hero, but now he's in a good position, and that 2-for-1 trade should give them Roshan, unless Secret decides to try and buy back the Magnus to protect this Roche. But even doing that isn't enough to keep them safe. They know that Sumail is in a good position. The Healing Ward will be keeping everyone just safe, and probably just have to concede this one over to the side of EG.
Yep.
I really want to see Envy buy an item. You can't run around with 6,000 gold right now. That's just...
Well, you can. You can if you're Envy. He's moving over. This might just be the Demon Edge. If you're thinking about a dead... Oh, really? While if Team Secret, like maybe this is also a glimpse into their mindset right now, where Team Secret feels so far behind in this game that they need something like a rapier. The blink forward, fear. Oh, there's a spirit away.
I was actually considering if he was going to do that, and I was like, no, you're not doing that yet. But
no.
All right, Hail Mary.
This is Envy just leveling up into divine form.
It's not as scary as you think, though. This is
because there's no Daedalus, is there?
There's no Daedalus. He can't crit with it yet. It's a 500 damage, basically, sleight of fist that he's throwing around, and that's before armor. And the EG heroes have decent levels of armor. They're not extremely high yet. No Vlads, no AC on their team, so it still packs a punch, but you're not going to see those one-shots you saw in the previous game just yet.
It could at least make EG be a little bit more cautious about things, but then you see Universe. It's the path to freedom going up through the tree line. The Hawk to scout in front of it, so Universe is able to blink himself in, get a roar. Let the Necro books go, and if Envy gets caught by that, this game is over.
Yep.
It's really just that simple. If Envy dies now, then GG will come out from Team Secret. They know they cannot defend.
Especially if that Rapier goes to Arteezy, who has a built-in crit ability. Juggernaut will be dunking fools, I think, when he gets that. What's the crit damage? It's 200%, so basically Arteezy will start critting for 1,000 or more, actually more, when should he be able to grab it.
Envy's going for the kill.
650.
Envy's coming for the kill. He really wants us to kill off PPD. The Slider Fist will take out the creep wave, and okay, he'll leave it at that. Like, if he can again, he's got Slider Fist off cooldown in 1 second time, and doesn't actually hit the Searing Chains. Didn't actually even use the Searing Chains to try and grab PPD. And now PPD gets a Blink Dagger of his own, combining it with a Glimmer Cape. That'll keep him fairly safe.
But all the towers are, of course, gone for Secret. They're really starting to starve on vision. You just see on this map that EG have way more control of it. Even disregarding the Hawk, they still have better wards. They have the Aegis to play around with. Second earliest. I wonder what the earliest was. Probably a team that was stomping and then it just bought it at the end. That's indeed a very early pickup here from Clement.
It's just a desperation move.
I understand where it's coming from. I'm just not sure it's better than a Daedalus right now, still. Because you have high, reliable damage output, but you don't get that surprise factor of the big crit coming in.
At the same time, it might just be, like, he gets the damage now. If things go slightly good for him, then he gets the Crystallis. Then you start seeing the Daedalus arrive.
He could actually buy it now if he sold his Aquila, but I think he's holding on to that and wants to sell his bottle. Keeping buyback is not really... I mean, it can be good, actually, if he comes back very, very fast before the fight has already fallen apart.
Samel tanking quite a lot here, but then the RP Injury with the Slider Fist! Arteezy gonna go down as well! The Aegis, the model will burn as now Samel comes back to one living. BKB triggered. He's chasing after Puppey, but now he actually changed the target. Eternal Envy. They glimpse him out, but the focus fire. Fear goes down. Team Secret, not only are they defending this, they're looking for the kills. Samel doing the normal ball lightning TP out. Misery, careful about battling up against Necro units, especially when you're so low. Weeha, okay, yeah, not catching PPD. His Blink's back off cooldown. He's away to his own secret shop. But that shows you the defense and Team Secret protecting this big Ember Spirit of theirs.
So that RP caught both the Jugger and the Storm, right?
Yes.
I'm very surprised that EG choose to let both heroes hit the tower at the same time. This is a way bigger risk they're taking. If it's Juggernaut alone, the moment the RP comes out...
Envy, this could be problems! As Weeha, the Shackle will go, Envy's got space! Samel, Envy is out! On 25 life, he'll survive! Samel's jumping out here too! Weeha wants to keep the attack going, Universe! Get back over here! Glimpse him up, Sentry it up too, there's nowhere to hide! Down for the count! Envy, you lucky duck!
That was actually the chain of events that needed to happen there for him to survive were Shackle shot latching on Storm, the Snowball saving him from 2 attacks, and just, I think I don't even know, that was completely ridiculous that he managed to survive that. He of course went in knowing that he had backup, but even then I think he was surprised by the damage output that EG provided there.
And
man,
this is
high risk, high reward.
This is trust false right now for Team Secret, and all 4 players of Team Secret are catching Eternal Envy as he falls backwards. But that's the reason why it's trust. He goes with these kind of things because he has that confidence in the rest of his team. And now with the Crystallis up, Weeha easily takes out that mid tower, and PPD, well, they're not going to glimpse him. They're thinking about it. Puppey's just watching him. Now they glimpse, the wall comes up, the shackle will latch, and PPD, the captain of EG, is picked off. 55 seconds on the sideline. Samel won't find anything here, and Secret have the decision to make. Do they feel with no Wyvern for 50 seconds, with no curse available, can they push? It looks like they believe they can.
It's still very risky knowing what Universe can pull off from this kind of position on the Beastmaster. If Secret choose to go for this, they need to do exactly this. Weeha alone hitting the tower.
There's a jump, Raw, Weeha, Omni Slash. Is he going to go down in time? He actually bounced off. Eternal Envy. Samel kills him and he grabs the Rapier. The Rapier still. The LP down Eternal Envy. He's back to the fight for now, Samel. How much more have they got? Misery. He's going down quick. And a triple kill for Samel. And Envy, he will take not only your Rapier, but he will take your life. And he'll probably even take your freedom. And everyone goal for Secret. 5 heroes down, and with the Rapier lost, it's the danger zone. EG, Universe already BT to the mid lane. The buyback says nothing for Envy, nothing for the Tusker. The rest of Team Secret have them, and they're going to be forced to use them.
I completely understand everything Secret was doing there. The way they push the base, they're 5-on-4, the way they siege it has to be Windranger alone in front, but they just jumped in and then they have to share the Omni Slash and it jumps over on Envy.
Oh, the spin from Arteezy, still taking so much damage from Weeha. The Misery wasn't able to skewer him away, and now Fear comes in. Nightmares on Misery. The Shackle will keep Fear controlled for now, so no Fiend's grip available. Puppey, so no ulti out of it. Samel will arrive. Rapier in hand. They already get that first pick over on the Magnus. Puppey goes to protect him for now, but with the Raw, they'll get the kills. There's just tit for tat at the moment, but there's a lot more tit on the side of EG. They're looking for more, and there's your curse. That should actually even be the game right now. With Team Secret, they lose way too much. Pylai will die. The damage from Samel is just incredible, and the fountain will go down. We're going to a third. We're going to the decider.
Oh my god, these games are absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe it. EG with that one big play. Okay, look, they're 4 versus 5. Secret send in the Windranger alone, focus firing that tower, knowing that, okay, the only way